friends. Today I am interviewing Dunlap. I'm going to interview him in a few hours. I'm pretty excited because I'm a fan myself. He released his debut album, Thoughts Become Things, 1 year ago. This interview is going to be pretty rad. It's also my comeback interview because I haven't done an interview since Trevor Wolf in like October, so I'm pretty stoked. So it's gonna be pretty rad. Enjoy this interview.
Seconds?
20 seconds.
Oh.
Okay. The timer starts now. Favorite movie?
Wait, start over. hold on.
Okay.
I have to reevaluate this because of the fact that 2016 happened. Okay. Sorry. Let's
Go.
start over. Yes.
Go. Okay, favorite movie?
Whiplash. 2014.
Favorite TV show?
Sons of Anarchy.
Favorite book?
That was such a
Was
non-confident answer.
was
Perks
like-
Being Wallflower.
Okay, favorite song?
Are you kidding me? Everything by Coldplay. There's no way.
Favorite color?
Blue.
Favorite place in LA?
Mulholland Drive.
You failed 25 seconds, but that's okay.
That's funny.
You win, I guess, since you're the only one playing.
God.
So, okay, let's go back to your childhood, I guess. How and when did you decide that you wanted this as a career? As a child or adolescent or?
Well, music was always a hobby as a childhood kind of thing. Like I grew up having so many resources around me. My dad was into music very much so, and he would always have keyboards laying out. And I taught myself when I was 6 to do this talent show to impress this girl, and it was really stupid. But it inspired me to be more creative in the future. I never took it seriously up until I went to college, actually, in Boston, at Berklee College of Music. I was majoring in film scoring, thinking that I would, follow in my father's footsteps and do that whole thing. And started singing, made a YouTube channel, and street performing to make some money and not eat ramen every night. The college life.
Yeah.
And then it dawned on me that I could possibly try and write my own music, and that was in 2013. So I think that I've actually been doing this professionally for 4 years now.
Wow.
But music, I've been doing it my whole life. I think that piano is the most important thing to me, playing the piano, and I'm really happy that with my future shows, I'm incorporating it more. Because a lot of people don't know that I am a pianist. They just think guitar, because that's what I tour with, given that it's a little bit more financially stable to bring a guitar than a 88 key Yamaha. But I guess it's been almost 4 years.
Nice. Okay. You released Thoughts Become Things last year. How long did that whole album take you to complete and produce and all that?
3 years.
3 years.
It took 3 whole years. So that's when I realized I wanted to do music. I switched majors, and unfortunately I dropped out a few months later because it was just so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But I came back home with the same mentality. Like, I want to start singing. I want to write something. I want to be positive and just try and help people the way this has helped me. And Thoughts Become Things is just, over the course of 2 years, just was a compilation of all the songs I had ever written at that time. And I recorded it myself, produced it myself. I gave it to Clear Lake Recording Studios in North Hollywood to mix, as well as Becker Mastering in Pasadena, I believe they're located, to master it. And that took three years, my entire bank account, and countless hours, because I have so much OCD. And it works in my benefit, though. When you're in charge of your own production, you know exactly what you want. You don't have to explain to somebody, because sometimes you can't find any words to say what you actually need to say in terms of the production. So I'm very grateful to have taught myself Pro Tools at a young age. I think it was 11. when my dad bought me Pro Tools 8 or whatever.
Wow.
7. I don't remember the version of it, but yeah, it was a really important project for me. And sonically speaking, you can tell that certain songs were like my voice is better in certain songs, and other songs are kind of near like when I was still teaching myself. And I actually love that as a DIY do-it-yourself project. Like, it's exactly what it was. I made it myself. I didn't want it to be about me. Like, the artwork is not my face. I'm sure you saw it. It's like a rock.
Yeah.
And the reason why I did that is because I just wanted to go against what I was being told to do, which was you have to be attractive. You know, and that's what will get you on the charts. And
I was wondering about that. I was like,
yeah, it's a stone my mom gave me that I hold in my car all the time, and it's just something I live by. And it oddly enough, the meaning behind that stone is in every one of those songs in a way, and it's just very special to me. But moving forward, I have taken myself more seriously, as well as like having a whole product that sounds cohesive. Like it's a 4-song EP or whatever's going to come next. It'll make sense. It'll feel more like a band instead of this guy who spent 3 years making random demos and then it somehow came together in an album.
Yeah. What's your favorite song off that album? Do you have one? Like,
probably a tie between From the Ground and World of Hope. No. Thief in the Leaf. It's a song that's, I believe it's track 6.
Yeah.
7. The Thief in the Leaf is a very simple song. Just one track of electric guitar and me singing lead, as well as my friend Devin doing harmonies. And it's the most simple one, but to me the most meaningful in terms of the lyrics behind it, as well as what I was trying to accomplish by making that song in the first place.
I listened to it yesterday.
Did you really?
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's really sad, and it's different for me because a lot of people think of me as this upbeat tree on stage, like this tall dude that just sings about positivity, and which of course I do, but I'd like to show that I hurt just as much, and I am just as negative sometimes because
you're human.
You're absolutely right. So I don't know. It's really important to me to show all the sides of me and be as honest as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Favorite gig so far in your career?
Bright House Amphitheater, October 2nd, 2016.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why?
I got this. I play at this church in Burbank called South Hills, and this woman that goes there, her name's Catherine. She reached out to me and said, I saw this audition opportunity, thought you would be interested, and it was to open up for this guy named Phil Wickham in Bakersfield. So they held auditions. You have to drive out there. It's about a 2.5 hour drive. Just sing one song for 4 or 5 people sitting there. Very much like a reality TV show, it felt like. One of those singing competition shows. And oh, man. But everyone was so nice. And it was interesting because everyone auditioning, they were doing worship songs and Christian music. And I don't necessarily write that. I write uplifting songs that kind of just cater to anybody. It's not just talking about one subject. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. I love worship. But I came in there just with a song called Carry On. It's right after The Thief in the Leaf on the record. And I told them audition's going on. I was like, I'm not doing Hillsong United. I hope that's okay. Or something like that. I have this original. And they said, what? We've auditioned like 40 people today and nobody's done original content. So I was very terrified to do that. I did the song and then they were all so kind, but you know how that works. You never know how it's going to end up. So I drove home, and then I was on this road trip tour in June and July. I was probably in Nebraska somewhere where I got the phone call saying, I got it. It's going to be October 2nd. You are the last opening act out of the 3 or 4 right before Phil Wickham headlines. And it's at a 4,000 seat amphitheater. And to be honest with you, the most amount of people I've performed is probably 100 or 200 at that time.
Yeah.
They packed that place. It was
scary.
4,000 people. I had a whole 30-minute set and full band. I never do
Wow.
full band shows, so it's so special to me, and the people I played with were so special to me, and I use stems, backing tracks and stuff. And all of that aside, the reason why that was my favorite show is because of the audience. I think that when you play for a crowd like that, and I mean, we're all broken people, but people go to shows like that to see Phil Wickham or church shows like that, worship, and because they're struggling so much and they want to connect and have more faith and work on their faith. And so they go to the show just wanting to love and spread love. And so for a guy like me who goes, I mean, I do that everywhere, bars, even when people heckle and stuff, but like to do a show like that for me was beyond incredible, because there was just a line of people at the merch table afterwards just wanting to talk about, like, there was this person struggling with addiction, this person that just got out of their post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah.
I said that right, PTSD, yes. And the wars that they've been in, and just all different kind of ages, and it was just beautiful hearing stories and how they resonated with my lyricism, with my optimism on stage, and that was probably the best night of my life, really, not just the best gig.
Yeah. Nice. It's a
That was
story.
a very long answer.
Yeah, but it was a beautiful answer. So, do you enjoy performing or the process of like writing your lyrics better?
Oh, performing, without a doubt.
Performing.
I enjoy sharing it with people and just learning what works and what doesn't work at a show, because humor doesn't always work the same in every performance. Every venue is different. But in terms of the songs themselves, I think that it's a blessing to try and help people with the songs. And to me, that's more special than writing it, because writing it is a more, in not a rude way, but it's a self-centered thing. You're writing it for you, and you want to make the best, and just.
It's about you.
Oh, it's terrifying, and it takes so long, because I am a music guy. In terms of lyrics, it takes me a very long time to be happy with something and to think it's poetic and worth being in a song. But then when it's all said and done, and I'm performing it, like tonight, I'm playing this bar in Sherman Oaks. I finished writing a song yesterday, and I'm just so excited to play it, because I would love to see what it can do one day to help. It's specifically about people that have too much faith in people versus the people that try to take advantage of people, and how both sides have something to learn.
Nice.
Like people that try and screw people over in the music industry. Obviously, they're not good people, but so they can learn a lot. But the people that go into the music industry with no guard up and just saying yes to everything, of course, they're going to make mistakes and sign deals that do not benefit them, which is something that I've experienced. So I'm just excited more to perform it than write it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Just show it to the world.
Yeah. Just make it real.
Yeah.
So that was a question. What are you working on right now? You did that song. Are you working on other songs?
Yeah, I have this EP that I am just waiting on a release date right now.
Okay.
It should be in the next few months, actually. Small, not a big project, but it's something I've spent the past year on. Writing, recording so many different demos, and mixing the whole thing, and then throwing the whole thing away, and then re-recording it, and it should be ready very soon, though, without a doubt.
Okay. Who's your biggest? This is a really hard question, but it's from my friend who wanted to know what's your biggest musical inspiration.
Chris Martin.
Chris Martin?
Without a doubt.
Wow.
You tell your friend. There's no hesitation.
Okay.
Yeah, without a doubt. I don't even know why. I've only seen them once, and it was last August. But something about, I mean, it's a 4-piece band that's been together for what? Don't quote me on this, but I think it's 18 or 19 years since their first project came out.
It's been a while.
It's been the same group of guys. Nobody is more important than the other. Like, obviously we know Chris Martin, and we don't really know anybody else's names. I do, because I'm a nerd. But that being said, you go to a show and you see Chris Martin talk, and he loves to share stories about his band, and he loves to just, because everybody's sharing their thoughts on politics right now. And let's say you go to a concert, everybody is talking about like where they lean, like which side they lean towards, and I was expecting something from them as well, because now we're just used to it. You go to shows and everybody always cracks jokes about Trump or the other side or whatever it is, right? Chris Martin goes on stage, and this was in Boston. I saw them at the Patriots football stadium, and he asks the crowd, he's like, do you guys want to know who I'm voting for? Everyone's like, what? Chris Martin?
Oh my god.
Like, and then he responds with the Patriots, because
oh my god, that's funny.
People in Boston are obsessed with freaking sports, and so he cracked a really great joke, and then he went into the speech about how let's just focus tonight on being a source of light and love, and regardless of who's right or wrong and how none of that really matters, it's just we all have perspectives and opinions and thoughts, and we're all, rightfully so, like we should all have opinions and perspectives and thoughts. But tonight, let's just focus on smiling and loving on one another.
The music, yeah.
And that to me really changed the way I thought about stage presence. It really did. It's a beautiful thing to see that, and so without a doubt, plus I can't choose a favorite song, like I said in that little game you just did, because every song of theirs is a masterpiece. When are you gonna put this out?
Tonight or tomorrow?
Oh wow, okay. So I love criticism, and I think that it's really important for somebody who second guesses every move they make, like I do.
I do too.
It's human beings, am I right? No, it's important to take criticism, even the harsh kind of shit. Like, it's just. I got an email recently. I tried to pitch performing at some college and got an email that said, you know, your website's pretty messy. Obviously, you've been on The Voice, but you didn't make.
Okay, go.
Okay, we're gonna rewind a little bit. I got this email that kind of just ripped me apart, but in a very respectful way. You know, it was very constructive. But the guy, he said the website was messy. He said, you know, your videos show like you are a great singer, but you're not showing your full potential, and all the stuff that just made me think, okay, content is really important. Consistent content is really important, but not consistent content that you're settling with, if that makes sense. And I went on this tour. It lasted a month over the summer, and I did a video every day, completely improvised. A lot of them were suggestions.
It was the 30-second ones every day, right?
Oh, it was a full one. There's a full song in a city I've never been to.
Oh yeah, that was okay.
And a song I've never played before. So what I love to do, I've been doing it my whole life, is playing by ear. So if you show me a song, I know all the chords just by listening to it. And
really,
but not perfect pitch, if that makes sense. If you told me a song is in C, I could know everything after that. But finding the first chord is sometimes difficult. So, anyways, I just took suggestions, and then we chose different ones. And my drummer at the time, Eddie, and we had great backdrops. My girlfriend was a videographer for a lot of them. Tim, my best friend, was for a lot of them as well. And every day we did that, and it was beautiful, and I know it inspired a lot of people to show, like, you know what, nothing has to be perfect. You know, this is a challenge, and I am succeeding in posting something every single day, high quality, full song I've never played, literally never performed in my life, never rehearsed. And we did like Radiohead, we did Green Day, we did Rihanna, a bunch of stuff. But professionally speaking, when you're pitching yourself to venues, you're pitching yourself to be taken seriously and play music festivals. That's the first thing somebody sees online, and your voice cracks there in that one moment, or I don't know. It's never going to be perfect if it's one take and you've never played it before. That's the whole point of it. But if that's the first thing somebody sees, their judgment of you might be a little bit negative because your content is not up to par with other people's professionalism, like recorded beforehand, shot with a bunch of different angles and all that. So, that being said, something that I've worked on, as soon as I got that email, I went home and pulled an entire all-nighter working on this cover that I am so proud of, and I'm going to be shooting it with Taylor in a week and a half from now. So it's a Rolling Stones song. I haven't really posted about it, but I guess I'll start talking about it now. It's great. I'm really proud of it, and for the first time, I'm not settling. That's something I've learned the past few months is there's no pitch correction, but every take is it's as perfect to me as it can be. So I'm excited to put that out and advertise it alongside pitches. Hi, my name is Dylan. I'd love to play here, and I would be so proud of it. And I know that a lot of people are going to think it's the most professional thing I have out there so far in terms of video content. So look out for that.
Looking
in the next
forward to it.
couple weeks. Yeah,
for sure.
that's about it, man.
Cool. Nice. That was the interview with Dylan Dunlap. I think it went really well. Thank you so much again to Dylan for taking the time out of his busy schedule to let me interview him. I only met him, this was the second time I met him, but I've known of him for a long time, and I really wanted to interview him. He's a really nice guy. So, listen next time at Behind the Birk. I don't know who I'm interviewing next, but I'm interviewing sometime. Behind the Birk is not dead, guys. Behind the Birk is not dead.